Yeah, thank you for being part of all this. I hope you're enjoying the series on Joseph and some of its countercultural understanding of what prosperity is, as well as last week what relationships are, and also just contrary to our own understanding of when God is with us, and I'm just enjoying this and wondering where it's going to go really. However, let's tonight think about prosperity and what that looks like, what that means, and there's I don't want to get fixated on this because there is a whole sweep of scripture that talks about financial blessing as blessing from God, and we need to recognize that. But I do think it's significant that in this passage, when we're looking at Joseph, that twice it says that God prospered him, that he rose up, he reached the top, he got to the glass ceiling. And in both cases, he had no money. He had no holidays. He had no new clothes. He had no. In prison, he didn't even get a haircut. We're told, and so it does beg the question: what is prosperity? And I think we know, don't we, that prosperity does not equal money. There's much more to it than that. And I just think that whole way of how we are prospered by God and what prosperity looks like is well worth looking at tonight and looking at from these passages, because it seems to me that Joseph's hard work paid off, and yet it paid off with more responsibility, and some would say that's not prosperity, but we're told in the New Testament, aren't we, that the reward for the people who steward well is to look after 5 cities or 10 cities. So there's even a heavenly thing around this, I think. And then it's not just hard work. It's speaking about Jesus appropriately, and you might want to talk about that a bit, about how our life and our witness, the witness of our life and the witness of our mouth tie up together, and how that works for us, and whether we need to be more bold in the way that we speak about Jesus, or whether we just need to up our game in terms of being a light that's not under a bushel. So yeah, that's a really interesting thing as well, honouring Jesus appropriately. And then what success looks like, and what success looked like for Joseph in those 2 situations, and what success looks like for us when it says that the Lord granted him success. What was that? And then the opportunity, the recognition that when we're blessed, it's for us. When we're blessed, it's for others. When we're blessed, it's for the community. When we're blessed, it's for the people around us. When we're blessed, it's for our boss sometimes, and that can be really hard. And blessed to be a blessing. And then the whole thing about whether blessing and prosperity really is the opportunity to influence, to make a difference, to have authority. Opportunity to influence, but also to care for people, and the way that Joseph cared for the baker, and then the challenges to all of that, maintaining a vital relationship with God in the dark times, and being ready to use the gifts of the Spirit to interpret dreams, even though he'd been cut off from any sort of fellowship for so long. He still maintained a vital relationship with God. So all of those things, I'd love you to talk about those and to have a really good time as you talk about them together. I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.